Welcome back to a chilly Californian day today. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty in the build. Everything is going back in for the final time and she is turning out great. Let's take a look. So today, I guess it's mechanical stuff and thermostats and stuff like that. So I'm just going to figure out how to get in there. Fiddly mechanical stuff. Love it. Yummy. Not. Swap a truck onto a different frame, no problem. Do a thermostat, it's a nightmare. No room, and I don't want to take anything off. And I have this irrational fear that I'm going to put thermostats back in the wrong way. So, the way around that, film it. I have to admit, I did have to do it twice, and I was going to spit my dummy after the first time, but we now have a registering temperature gauge. So yesterday it was running so cold, the engine, that it wasn't even registering on the gauge. So when all the sensors set, it'll give me an exact temperature, and I'm looking for 90 degrees Celsius or something like that. It's 195 degrees Fahrenheit, which is this thermostat. Awesome, excellent. It's Sunday morning and we need to get out early because we've got to beat the heat. It's going to be a hot one today. So let's go get a center console. Have tools, will travel. Just gotta find something to fill that spot. All right, Betty, first decent trip. Let's go. We are officially in our happy place and we've got 2 Explorers dropped. Now I need the manual heater one because it's got no provisions for any of the digitality in there. So this looks all in one piece and it's the right colour. And we have another one here which is, it's grey, no good. But we may take the drinks holder depending on which is best. Time to piece together the best bits. Awesome sauce. One huge advantage of taking something apart and putting it back together 20 minutes later is you remember how it went back together. So that's out, and I can get back far enough. It's here. Nice, all built up. I have a good cushion at home. There are better parts in mine at home, but this is out of a lower spec truck, whereas mine has all the digital dash and the buttons and stuff. This doesn't, which I don't need. So, happy days. Awesome. Definitely needed to hit it with the power washer, as it had about 2 gallons of Diet Coke, coffee, and various takeaway foods in it. Okay, let's get her in. And behold, the mixture, the marriage, the union of old and new. So I've got cup holders and crap holders as well. And so as I said before, this wiring, a lot of this is going to go. So now I just have to make a panel, a filler panel, and straight up there. And then that will be in there, and that's the heater control. Oh my god, fun times. What a good morning. Okay, so that's that. Now I'll put that surround on. I may, even depending on whatever I do with the steering wheel, I may keep that on there, because it just makes my fabrication of something to join up to here so much less work. Instead of having to build something all the way up here and deal with all this stuff. Don't know, we can paint that whatever colour we want. I don't know. Just playing around with ideas right now, but yep. Console in. As most of you will know, if you watch this channel, not many new things get bought in new boxes that are new and haven't been used. But pulled the pin on, plane. Pulled the pin on a 12 volt wiper motor to bolt onto that regulator and hopefully make my life easy and also give me some kind of wiring diagram. I hope. I desperately hope. There we go. Oh, there we go, wiring diagram. Game on, love it. With that arriving, we're going to take one step and possibly the final step back on the cab front of things. So we're going to be whipping everything out, column out again, and all this wiring, because depending on what I find in the wiring diagram from the new wiper motor, I'm hopefully going to be tying it into something in here, because there's a bunch of wiring on the right hand side of the steering column that I don't need. So that's going to be coming out, but first, before I pull it out, I'm going to be turning the truck on and off and trying to find constant lives and ignition lives in that harness to keep. That moment when you have to start unwrapping the whole harness he just rewrapped, because you can take more out. Okay, learning experiences and all. Okay, this has been a long old day and my back is killing me. But the under dash harness is now filleted down, and one of the things I wanted to show you guys, and something that's really easy to do when it's this broken down and unwrapped, is you can, when it's still on the car, find ignition or accessory and constant lives, and then you can trace the wires back, because I don't use wiring diagrams because I can't read them, and you can see what amp fuse that this wire is running off. So we've got on the right hand side, on the passenger side, we've got a live, got a couple of switched and constant lives there, a couple of switched and constant lives there. Those are going to be for phone chargers in the truck. And then we got a big old 20 amp constant live there off the back of the fuse box as well. So yeah, so she's all wrapped up and we'll be going in tomorrow. Luckily yesterday got all the under dash harness rewrapped and trimmed, because today I'm having my workbenches emptied. So now we are on to not fitting the Explorer wiper motor, but yes to fitting this wiper motor, which is a 6-volt style but 12 volt, which will just be a bolt on, and then hello plane, then straight onto the dash, and then the wiring can go back in. Wiring and steering column are all in, and I don't know why I've been dreading wanting to do this and I've been putting it off, but it makes no sense not to build a cover for the actual mounting of the new steering column, because it comes out so much further than the actual original F250 dash. So yep, it's made in cardboard right now. There you go. So it's just going to be like that. And I think I'm going to make it removable. There should be a way to mount it, I'm pretty sure. So I'll get that built out of steel, and then that's done. And then we can carry on with putting stuff back together. The wiper motor is in. You can see it's up there. And this is the wiring. And I'm going to go up to my friend's to see whether I'm going to have to use the original switch that came in the kit, which I don't really want to do. I'd rather run everything off here, because the washer's going to be off here, so it'd be nice to have the washer and the wiper off this stalk. But if not, then the washer's going to be on here and the wiper switch is going to be somewhere down there. Okay, game on. So just finished mocking up this cover. Screws into the side, into the actual column, so it's unboltable. And you know what, I really want to keep it bare metal. I don't want to paint it, so I don't know. I'm going to read up, see maybe if lacquer goes onto bare metal or something, because I kind of like it. What have we been up to today? Well, we've just been playing crafts, really. So that is the surround for the steering column. That's going to cover the Explorer column. I put adhesion promoter and clear because I liked it. I think it looks cool and doesn't seem to be reacting. Sorry about the wind if you're hearing that. So yeah, today we've been mainly cutting lots of cardboard up, and now we are on with the center console. We got that in there. So now I'm just gonna run some cardboard down there, same on the other side, and then I'm gonna try and roll it. Don't know how I'm going to do it yet, because I would like to, it not be a welded sharp edge. I'm going to try and roll it and see how we get on. And that cutout there is for the AC controls, which is there. Can we just leave the center console as cardboard? It'd be so much easier. So mocked up. It's longer on the other side because it doesn't have the heater box to deal with. And as I say, I want to do it in one piece of metal and try and bend those edges so they follow the contour of the Mountaineer center console. We'll see if I've got enough metal, I don't know. Here we have a little bit of a sneak peek of the steering wheel cover being in, and the mock-up of the center console with the AC controller in there. That'll be done tomorrow. A little bit more wiring, cleaning uppage down there as well. She's coming along. Second to the scrapyard, this is probably my favourite place. Industrial metal supply. And I go and find scraps now. And this is my favourite tub. Yeah, baby. Let's go digging. It's been had. This is like 5.5 inches and I only needed 5, but it's just going to cover the sill more. So, happy days. There we are. Plastic center console. Metal center console, and it's galvanized because it's all they had, which is a bit of a bummer. So in between those gaps, little butterfly. Draw a line. So that's going to be my bend points, and as I say, these are all long. These two here are all slightly long, because obviously I'd rather have it big, then I can trim it back, than it'd be too small and have a gap. Well, we're about to find out. There we go. The center console is in and the interior is a lot closer. We've got metal center console. It's galvanized, so I'm going to be taking that surface off. It's the only steel they had. The steering wheel surround is done. That is happy days. There's going to be a USB charger going in that hole there, because everybody needs to charge the phone no matter what age of the vehicle. Stress levels definitely got higher as I'm working with that one piece of center console metal, because I wanted to bend it out of one piece. And by the time you're about your 3rd hour in, yes, I know there's lots of straight lines and it doesn't look that difficult, but it took me that long. I'm slow. Once you're about 3 hours in, I start to get so stressed because I'm going to make a mistake that, yeah, interesting than when you're just using pieces and welding it together. And if you mess one piece up, you just got to cut another piece and weld it in. It's like the jigsaw, but this was a jigsaw of one piece and a very big piece and lots of knock-on effects. So that's that. Next up is going to be kick plates, which are going to fill in that gap there. But for this episode, I'm going to call it. If you like what you see, please subscribe and like and hit the bell as well. And thanks for watching. I shall see you in a couple of days.